The line now is Essendon Chief Executive Craig Vozzo. He joins us on the phone. Craig, thanks for coming on Gettable.
Pleasure, guys. Good to be here.
Let's start, obviously, with Zach Merrett. Can you just talk us through your perspective of it as a football club and how it played out, not only yesterday, but across the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, so we've talked very openly around how Zach is a champion of our club. And he's someone that we had very high value on in terms of retaining at our club and using every effort to do that as a contracted player. So that was very, very specific and made very clear from day one as being a key objective.
Was it clear to Hawthorn throughout this process as well, even through Zach's management, that a good quality player had to be involved in any potential deal if you were going to move?
Yeah, so our position was number 1, 2 and 3 was retaining Zach, no doubt at all. When, out of respect for Zach, he expressed his view around a preference to get to Hawthorn, which he made clear, I think, early this week. We had discussions, and certainly those discussions involved mature players.
Was any other than Henry Hustwaite ever offered?
No.
Okay.
No. We received, from a timeline perspective, the first contact we had from Hawthorn was about 30 hours before the deadline, with a first and final offer, which had a 7-hour deadline, and that contained Henry, without certainly in any way demeaning Henry. He's a very good footballer, but he wasn't going to shift the dial on in the context of this transaction.
What did you make of the 7 p.m. deadline that night?
Look, I guess I was disappointed in the way that was presented. To make it clear, yeah, it was an unusual way to go about things, particularly in the context of someone of Zach's ilk. He's an outstanding player, a great person, and they knew he was contracted and very important to us.
Given Zach's desire to leave the football club over the last couple of weeks and get to Hawthorn, and given Hawthorn's willingness to pursue Zach throughout this process, were you surprised we got to a point where 4 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon leading into the deadline day and a bid hadn't actually landed for Zach Merrett? Yeah,
I was, to be honest. But we all go about our business in different ways, and that's the way they decided to approach it. I was surprised, very surprised.
He stays at the football club now, obviously. How much work at Essendon now needs to go on to help Zach reintegrate ahead of returning both for pre-season training and then going into the 2026 season on the other side of Christmas?
Yeah, that'll be a priority for sure. I mean, taking emotion out of everything, I think that's really important. The primary reason we wanted to retain Zach is because of his quality, both as a person and a player. So we'll take steps to do that. I think taking some steam out of it over the coming few weeks is an important thing as well. And then obviously there'll be contact in that period. But yeah, I don't see that as being a problem. Every one of our players has a very high respect for, and staff have high respect for Zach, and know the professional that he is, and will use every effort to make the transition back in comfortable at his footy club.
Have you spoken to Zach yet this morning or last night, Craig?
No, I haven't, not yet. I thought I'd give it a bit of space. Certainly have been in contact with him by text and regularly, and I've obviously been talking to his management regularly as well, but I'll check in soon as well.
Was this as much around what the deal looked like as also taking a bit of a stand and a principle in keeping a captain and your best player? Would it have mattered too much about what the deal needed to get to?
So when you break it all down, our objectives going into the period were to bring in some mature talent, talented players into the group to support our younger guys, and we got Braden Fiorini through the door, and I'm sure you'll talk to that soon. Preserve and enhance our draft hand wherever we could, but really importantly, retain our best players, and Zach is our best player. And we've made that clear. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and we've also made that clear publicly as well. So that was an important strategic objective, and important that we carried through. But as I said earlier, out of respect for Zach and his comments as well that he's made public, we did explore various alternatives with Hawthorn in the last 30-odd hours of the trade period.
Just the last one on Zach from me, Craig. Can he be captain in 2026?
Well, we'll go through our normal process for captaincy in the new year. Once the dust settles and Zach's reintegrated into the group, and we'll work that through. It's a very high honour to captain a football club, as you both know, and there's processes. The normal processes will be followed, and we'll see what they deliver.
You mentioned Braden Fiorini. He was the inclusion, adds to your wing stocks, comes in as a 28-year-old who can play straight away and add some leadership as well to the group. I'm interested, though, Voz, to ask you about your draft hand, because we just had Matt Clark on the show, and he's got pick 1 and pick 2. Do you guys look to bundle up and trade up the order, or are you happy staying put with your selections as is?
Definitely looking at ways to compress, looking at ways to move up. The boys are all over that. So both methods, and I'm sure they've started the phone calls with Clarkey, being inundated, and hopefully we'll get some productive times with those.
Well, Craig, you've been very generous with your time. It's been a big couple of weeks for the football club. Good luck over the next few months leading